1947, a woman's body was discovered in a vacant lot in Los Angeles. Her name, Elizabeth Short. But what happened to her that fateful day, and who was responsible for the brutal crime? This is the haunting and still unsolved mystery of the Black Dahlia murder. Born in Boston, Massachusetts, Elizabeth Short had dreams of becoming an actress. Known for her striking beauty and dark, mysterious allure, Short arrived in Los Angeles in 1946 with hopes of starting a career in film. However, her story would end tragically long before any lights of Hollywood could shine on her. On that fateful day, a mother walking with her child stumbled upon what appeared to be a mannequin. Upon closer inspection, she realized the horrific truth. It was the dismembered body of a woman. Elizabeth Short, also known as the Black Dahlia, had been sliced in half at the waist, her mouth slashed into a grotesque smile, and her body drained of blood. The brutality of the crime sent shockwaves across Los Angeles. The mutilation was beyond anything authorities had seen before. The killer not only took her life, but also desecrated her body in ways that left investigators stunned. And worse still, the killer seemed to have gone to great lengths to cover their tracks. Detectives initially speculated that the killer must have had medical or surgical training. The precision of the cuts, especially around the abdomen, suggested a level of expertise. But who would do such a thing, and why? Elizabeth Short's life was filled with strange, often unremarkable details, but her death would become one of the most sensationalized and mysterious cases in American history. The press quickly seized upon the story, giving Elizabeth Short the moniker, the Black Dahlia. The name, inspired by the 1946 movie The Blue Dahlia, captured the dark intrigue surrounding her death. The media frenzy turned Short into a symbol of Hollywood's dark underbelly, the tragic young woman who had been chewed up and spat out by the city of dreams. Over the years, the investigation would uncover numerous leads and theories, but the case remained frustratingly cold. Hundreds of people claimed to have information, and hundreds more were investigated, but no suspect was ever definitively tied to the crime. One of the most infamous names connected to the Black Dahlia case was Dr. George Hoddle, a prominent Los Angeles physician. In the decades following the murder, Hoddle became a prime suspect. His son, Steve Hoddle, a former LAPD detective, spent years investigating his father's connection to the crime, even writing books suggesting that George Hoddle was the killer. Despite circumstantial evidence, including the fact that Hoddle had a history of violence and had been seen near the crime scene, no charges were ever filed. Over the years, many other theories have emerged, each adding another layer to the case's complexity. Some theorists believe the killer was a member of the Hollywood elite, while others suggest the possibility of a serial killer. Several potential suspects have emerged, ranging from a former lover of Elizabeth Short to the idea that the crime may have been tied to organized crime in Los Angeles at the time. But perhaps the most chilling aspect of the Black Dahlia murder is the strange and eerie connections that seem to tie the case to something much deeper. The body was found in a location that some believed held symbolic meaning. The killer may have chosen that spot intentionally, either as a message to the authorities or as a ritualistic act. And the nature of the crime itself suggested a psychological motive, something beyond mere rage or lust. Despite countless attempts by both detectives and armchair sleuths, the Black Dahlia murder remains unsolved to this day. The case is one of Los Angeles' most famous mysteries, an enduring symbol of the city's dark past. And for Elizabeth Short, the tragic beauty who became a star in death, her story still lingers in the shadows of Hollywood, waiting for the truth to be uncovered. Who was Elizabeth Short? What drove her killer to commit such an unspeakable act? These questions have haunted Los Angeles for decades. And as the years go by, one thing remains clear: the Black Dahlia case